Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, whichever great part of this planet you're in. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Now, and I am squinting because the sun is right there and I couldn't find a better spot to record for some reason. It was one of those mornings. So I am starting today early in the morning because I want to show you guys right in the beginning of December what's been blooming and what's starting to open from the last spikes that I showed you from my last What's in Bloom. I also want to show you, I don't know if you can see it from here yet, on that table, I received a package from one of my viewers, one of my favorite viewers. I have many favorites, Farida. She has been following me, I think, since day one. And every time that she comes down here, she's always so thoughtful and so generous. And so she told me she was going to Europe, and she saw some things that reminded her of me. And so she asked me, she goes, "Oh, I don't know what I want to bring you." And I'm like, you know, just the fact that you're thinking of me on vacation, that alone is a gift. So thank you for being so generous all these years, and I can't wait to open what's in there, because I told her I leave it up to you. If you want to give me a gift, that's up to you. To me, it doesn't matter if it's this big or this big. Just the thought behind it is more than enough. So Farida, I can't wait to open that package, and it's heavy. I've been so curious because I did tell her, can I wait, because we're in the holiday season and I'm very busy at work and I get home too late. And she's like, you're safe. You can keep it closed for a while. It's not gonna go bad, whatever it is. So anyways, I'm looking forward to that. And maybe in the very end, I will add something on my guppies, because you guys have overwhelmingly reached out to me and told me how much you love the guppies. I was not expecting that at all. So I'm so happy you guys share that passion as well, of not just guppies, but aquarium keeping, live plants, dirted tanks. It's all new to me, the whole process of dirted tanks. I've been doing aquarium since I was a little boy. So this is the new journey I'm taking, and I may even start another channel. I know I'm being over ambitious and it's a lot on me if I do another channel, but I just may, because I really enjoy the hobby, and maybe it'll be, I probably wouldn't be so involved in the editing. It would be more of an easy straight through channel, just showing my fish, but I have been thinking about it. So if you guys think that's something that you would enjoy seeing and you would be eager or willing to support that channel, let me know. Drop a comment. Anyways, enough chatting. I'm talking too much. Let's go inside and check out some blooms. Oh, someone wants to say hi. Come here, Papa. Bruce, say hi, Bruce. Look at these eyes. All right, guys, let's go see some blooms.
Papa, you know, thank you.
All right, my friends, so it's a very quiet morning, and I decided not to use my mic because I actually like the background noise when I do my videos of the birds chirping, but sometimes they do use heavy machinery and it just messes up my whole vibe. So anyway, let's start in this beautiful corner right here, because I did show this in my last What's in Bloom, but it wasn't fully opened. The two blooms, it only had one bloom open. Here, let me put on, let there be light. Hopefully it won't, there we go. So anyways, look how beautiful the profile of these Zycleon, Zycleon paphiopedilum. It's a Rothschildianum crossed with a Pinocchio. And you get this beautiful, beautiful flower. That not gorgeous? Look at that. I really do love paphs. For me, paphiopedilums and bulbophyllum, they're hand in hand when it comes to prehistoric looking flowers, because you know, they're the ones that have the little fuzziness on the edges, and it's just a very cool looking flower all around. And I know I don't cover them as much because they don't bloom like other orchids do. They do very well here in my area. All these are paphiopedilums. As you can see, they grow very well. But you know, they're very, very seasonal. So you could only get the blooms. Last year it gave me 3 or 4 flowers. This year it gave me 2. Now right next to it, you know what, let me show you the tag, because that way it'll save me from having to put it down. There we go. So let's go right next to this beauty right here from Ritter's. I got this at the Fairytale Tropical Gardens from Ritter's. They are the empire of dendrobiums. Every time I go to their booth, I always tell them, my God, I don't know where to look. There's just so many. And I really gravitated towards this one. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at the detail in that. What a beautiful flower. And on the last What's in Bloom, I think there was only one flower that had opened. So they are slow. Most dendrobiums, these type of dendrobiums, they do take a long time to open. But the great news is that they also take a long time to die off, the flowers. So you have blooms for a very long time. Like this beauty here that's also been blooming for quite a few weeks now. Let me see if I can get a good caption of this, because they are so tiny that I have to, let me see. Maybe I should just leave it down here. There we go. They're just so adorable. This was a gift from Alan at Gold. I always call it Gold Coast. It's Gold something. I don't know why I cannot remember that. Oh, Nelson, your brain's activity is very unique. So anyways, he gifted me this. It wasn't in bloom yet, but he told me, wait until you see the flowers. It is one beautiful dendrobium. And he says, I know that you love these curly twisty ones, and you also were eyeing the cerulean. So he gave me this one, which is a blue something. Hold on. Siku Juselin Blue Twinkle crossed with Johannes. Put it here. I wish it would have, like, when you flip it around, it would say the name of the place on the back, because that really would help a lot to promote the place that I bought it from. Because I know a lot of people, a lot of growers now are doing it since I last mentioned it. And they realize that it's a great benefit for them. And it makes my job easier. Anyway, this is from none other than my good friends at Backyard Bloom. They are such cool people, such a great couple. And they're one of the ones I was talking about that this is their old tags, but their new tags, I'll show you if I find one in a little bit. Their new tags are have all the information, including their contact info. I bought this also at, I keep thinking Fairchild, but it's Tamiami, which, by the way, it's coming right up in January. I have to reach out to Bart and see what day I can go and film. I'm going to try to do the pre-show so you guys can see it before they open and then get excited on that weekend. So this was from Backyard Blooms, and it was her own referral, the owner. It was her own referral. She goes, I know you love dendrobiums. You need this in your collection. And look how pretty. And when I bought them, it was just like a cane. They weren't very attractive. But man, look at what a gorgeous flower. So pretty. And again, lasting a very, very long time. So you get to enjoy them throughout the season. And then this little tiny one was a beautiful gift from Anna. I don't know if you guys saw my trip, my nursery hopping with the Miami Beach Orchid Society. It's a video I filmed a couple of weeks ago. And we did stop at Blooming Paradise, which is her nursery here in the Redlands. And I told her how well this Tolumnia is doing. It's one of the ones that's doing the best. And I love it because it's cranberry and yellow. And she gave me this as a gift, and she says, you know why it's doing so well? And I go, why? Because I thought she was going to say, you know, she put it on a guava branch. She goes, because I gifted you that with a lot of love. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And you know what? I believe it, because not only one, but two beautiful spikes. Bless you. My neighbors are sneezing away. beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? So fiery, so colorful. And this is called, so I'm sure she has more of these if you guys want to reach out to her. I always leave all the information in under my videos. Red Spread. What a cool name. I don't want it to fall. I've lost so many tags this season, guys, with the heavy winds and the rains. I'm not happy about that at all. All right, of course, I've shown you this. I did put this in my last What's in Bloom, so if you guys want to see more of these mini Vandas, they come from Curl Smith, just go to my November What's in Bloom, and you shall see. You shall see. What am I talking about? See what happens when I try to do this early in the morning? But you know what? The lighting is awesome, so I don't mind my mental slips. So anyways, let's just move on. This is from Moats. I did get this at the Redland show this year and put it on a cork. I got 3 of them. Well, they only had 3 left. And they have it on that table that it's like $3 for $50, I think it is. Great deal, by the way. Best deal in the shows. And I always like to stop there first because I know they go fast. And I saw the photo of this, but this is actually prettier there. Let me get one that's more open. Here we go. It's actually nicer than the picture. It's one of those that actually looks prettier than the picture. So Terry came by and I had told her, I said, listen, there's 3. If you want, you can take one of these. I just want to do a cluster on a. And she said, no, you go ahead and take all 3. And so I did. And when she saw it, she's like, I am beating myself up for not taking that one. But I'm sure it's the Moats. They're going to have more. This one I did show in my last What's in Bloom, but my God, has it opened beautifully. Look at that. Let me see if I can get you a nice close-up of this. Yeah, look at that. This is called a Blue Twinkle. It's from Josh from the Orchid Den, and I got this at the last Redline show. Was it the last? No, last year's Redline show, 2023, I think. And it was half the size. This thing has grown here. This thing has grown. Blue Twist, I'm sorry. See? Why it's so good to always have your tags. And he told me, wait until this puppy gets big. You're gonna love the flowers. As it gets bigger and older, the flowers get bigger and more vibrant. They're definitely more vibrant than what they used to be. It's just very pretty. And I like the way it looks inside the greenhouse. Now this one was a gift. I didn't show this in my last What's in Bloom, so I'm not going to bore you with this one. If you guys want to see it, check it out in November's What's in Bloom. Down here, the Jeremy Dendrobium is just starting to release spikes. So it's just one open. So I'm sure in January, February, you're going to see a party there. Let me see, before I go into the flower room. Oh yes. I showed you this last What's in Bloom and it was not fully opened. I think there was only 1 or 2 open. Here you go, let me show you this beauty. Turn on the light. It does help even though the sun is cracking. Look at that, how pretty. I am so surprised that all these spikes and blooms did well with the weather and with the cold and then the hot. And then cold again. We had a horrible, not horrible, it was actually nice, cold front, but it was horrible for me for the stress. And this is what they call Volcano Queen. See, I lost, oh no, I didn't lose it. There we go. And I got this from my buddy over at Vicky's Orchids. And if you guys been following me for a while, you definitely know who Vicky is. Another great friend. And I got this about 2 years ago maybe from her nursery, and I got 3 of them. And I decided I wanted to do a cluster to see more and more blooms. And look how pretty. I put it on that cone. It's so elegant. Down here, another one I was showing you in my last What's in Bloom, but wasn't fully opened. These are beautiful phyas from Hawaii, from my buddy Lee from Lee Orchids. And this was actually a gift when he saw me at the Redland show 2 years ago. Gave me one and one to Teresita, I believe. Now, when you guys see this on Fias, that's normal. They, especially when they bloom, they release all the energy to the spike and to the bulbs to strengthen them so they can all open. So the leaves start suffering. See? This is my Holy Ghost orchid, and it just finished blooming this year. 2 massive spikes, and it's just taking all that energy from the leaves. So if you guys have Fiases, don't worry if it or these type of leaves that are ground orchids, don't worry, because that's normal. The bulbs is what you need to be looking at. Make sure they're plump and healthy, like plump and healthy. You don't want them to be pruny or showing any wrinkles excuse me, or anything like that. Now let's start showing you my parade of flowers here. Look who's starting to open. None other than the sunspots. I was hoping it would bloom quickly, because since I put them in here, they weren't blooming as much as they were outside. But then all of a sudden, poof, it gave me this. And I think, hold on, let me see. No, I thought I'd seen another spike. Hold on, there we go. It's a beautiful Mocara. And I've had this for many years now. I would say, when I say many, I mean like 4. Like 4 years. But when we got it, Laz gave me this, my friend Laz, and it was about this size. And look at all this. Oh, it's grown. It's gorgeous. Now look at the color of this Cattleya. Isn't that exquisite? And it's got another one there on the way. I believe I got this at Orchids in Bloom from Pam in Apopka. And I lost the tag. This has just been repotted because it fell out and it was in an empty pot. And in that empty pot, it gave me 2 bulbs. And it smells, I can smell it from here. It smells, ooh, it smells so good. It's very floral, but just a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. I think this would be my spotlight flower for this video. It's just absolutely stunning. I really, really love it. I wish I had the name. I'm gonna have to reach out to Pam and see if she has a name. She's very good about that. And then I'll just tag it, and if I do it before I edit this video, I will definitely put it underneath. Now this is the show time, and it's a show today. Look at this. Boink, boink, boink. But anyways, this is from W Orchids. I will show you a picture of the flower. This flower has to be one of the most incredibly colored flowers. I just love this flower, and I think that's why they named it Showtime, because it really is a show when you see this flower open. So this is something to look forward to in December, maybe end of December and January. So here we go again, guys. More dendrobiums, and this too, I believe, is from Backyard Blooms. I did lose a tag to this, but another beauty. Now I did notice when they all started blooming this season that I have a lot of pink and a lot of purple. So from now on, the dendrobiums that I get, I am not getting more pink or purple. I'm just gonna get like reds and yellows, because those are really my favorite colors. And I didn't realize that most of my dendrobiums are these colors. And I do like them, they're gorgeous, but I have too many of that color. Down here is an Amazonia species, Cattleya from Ecuagenera. Here, let me show you that. It says Soroa or Soroa Orchids, but it's not from Soroa. I use this as a tag. Notice it was a Hoya tag. But This paper comes from the little pot that they put the stickers on because they don't have tags. So I just put it on this old tag that I had to recycle. Why use a new one when you have an old one you can use? All right. Anyways, it's really, really cute. I loved it. And I think I got it with Teresita and Melissa when we all went to the Crawlsmith show. One day we just crossed down the road and stopped at Ecuagenera, and this is one of my first purchases. I think they had them on sale for $15 or something like that. And she did get, with all these rains and stuff, even though they didn't get completely rained in here, but when the tarp tore, it did get some water. It started getting mites, but look, completely clean, guys. I used a pressure hose with a hose, not pressure hose, but the regular hose with one of those adjustables that says jet, and I cleaned everything inside, and then I sprayed it with 7, and voila. So yeah, guys, by the way, don't just spray it when you see the bug. First clean it and then spray it, because if you just spray over the bug, you're really not doing much. You're gonna kill some, but there's still gonna be some that are gonna live. Spray it as hard as you can with your hose, not using pressure hose, using your regular hose. Spray it all in there, and if the leaves have it, also leaves, and then spray 7, and that'll clear it up in one hit. Now this is the one we keep buying, Terry and I. Here we go. Dendrobium Happy Family. This is from my buddy Pam. I didn't get to see her this time because I didn't go to Apopka. I really miss going over there, but I was so busy this year with so many projects. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Just adorable. Trying to get a good shot. They're pretty difficult to film. And then this little one here is starting to open. There we go. This one, I don't have the name with me here, but I did get the name from, I'll put it down on the bottom. All right, do I have anything else in here? Oh yeah, hold on, let me go around this side. Look, who gave me another gorgeous Guaranthium? I think that's how you say this. It's not really a cattleya. And it always blooms in these big bushels. Look how beautiful that is. Guarianthi, I think that's how you say it. And this was from the famous director, Arthur Freed. If you guys want to know more about it, go to my last What's in Bloom. I talk about it. All right. Here we go. Look at this beauty. Now this, you know what, guys? I think I got this at RF. Look at what a beautiful blue flower. That's really gorgeous. I love it. It looks so pretty here on camera. You could really see the blue hue because the sun's hitting it right now. Just absolutely beautiful. Will this be the showcase? Just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Vanda. I'm so glad I got it, and I think I got it on sale too. It wasn't even spiking. I went on one of those that you go on a limb. Now this is another one that I used to think it was, oh my God, look at my nails, how nasty. Sorry, I was potting, which I will show you what I was potting. That's why my nails are that dirty. Isn't that a gorgeous color? Now this one, I don't have the name, but I have seen it 1,000 times. So when I go out and see it again, I'm going to tag it, because I've seen it at Carmela's Orchids, and I always say, oh, it's so pretty, I want one of these, and then Terry always goes, you have that. And you have several. Look how pretty that is. Backyard blooms never disappoint. Let me see if I can get you. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Oh, look at everything I had to go through. So this is just starting to open. I can't wait to see it fully open. Now, what I was telling you about backyard blooms with this, let me see if I find the last thing I brought with me. Of course, when you're looking for it, you don't find it. Here it is. This is what I was saying, that if all nurseries would do this. See? Now you guys have all their information. And then you turn it around. Oh no, there was another tag. Oh, here. I thought there was another tag. No, that was it. But anyways, this is what I'm talking about. Now all that information you guys captured, you can go online and find out about them. So if other nurseries did that, they would have better promotion. Now back here, I have this gorgeousness that I got over at Banyang. And this one is called the Evergreen Delight. The Ben Evergreen Delight. You can hear my cats. Look how gorgeous those colors are. I know I'm saying a lot gorgeous today. I sound like Melissa. Melissa and Brian from Brian Loves Orchids. Actually, Brian's Orchids. I'm now mixing Melissa and Brian's channel. Is it Orchids by Brian or Brian? I'm going to put it down there. Anyways, he was just here a couple of days ago and in Miami, and he came and paid me a visit, and we hung out here at the house. They ate dinner here. It was so much fun to hang out with him and his friend. We were here pretty late, just talking and nerding out about orchids and how it is over there in Virginia, growing orchids. He is from Virginia. So he did a cover here at night. I lent him my equipment. I go, you know what, just use my equipment, and that way you have light. So I am looking forward to seeing that video. I have not been on social media at all, so I don't know if he has even put it up yet. This is a name I gave this. It's not the real name. It's just, it didn't come with it, so that way I know what this is. But I love this flower. It's gorgeous. Very, very pretty. So as you can see, things are slowly starting to bust out and bloom. Oh, and by the way, this finally, both of them opened. I know I covered it before, but look how pretty. And this is the Jirac. It has this spike. Oh, I hate when, I swear to God, I honestly think that orchids move. Like when you're not looking at them, like how did that root grab onto that? Oh my God, it's so tight in here. I already told Lewis that it's just getting way too tight in here again. I'm sorry, it's pretty hard to film since it's way up there. All right, I think we're done in here. Because we do have a couple of things we need to do, so I cannot take up too much time. Oh, let's not pass by this beauty. I have covered this one several times, but you know, I like covering it over and over to show you guys the length of time blooming. So if you follow me on my last What's in Blooms, I think I've covered this already twice in 2 different What's in Blooms. That's how long it lasts. And this is a Hawaiara Lava Burst Puani or Puanani, and it has an award of merit. Now the path, I was not going to show you guys, but look, this is all that we need to do now to finish. This side, we're going to stretch it to that corner and stretch it to this corner. And it will look just like this. Lewis did a great job. I mean, it was Lewis and the workers, Jorge, and another new guy who's a concrete expert. So we're super happy he came along. But look how beautiful that looks. We haven't taken the wood out because it's not 100% cured yet. But look at the leaves. Everything looks like an art piece. He started doing them like art pieces. He got inspired. Now it will dry very, very white, so it'll be more subdued. All right, in here I don't have a lot. My files is not seasoned yet, so I have a couple of things, but look what decided to bloom for me. Sologeny rochessinii, a gorgeous, gorgeous banana-colored flower. It's a gorgeous string of flowers, and this smells so good. Now, this one comes from Smiley, and if there's one thing I know about these Sologenies is that they're very temperamental. So you have to be very careful where you place them, and once you place them in a spot that they start doing well, do not move them from there. Because this one, all this died out, and then all this grew out. So now it's finally coming back, and I'm going to repot it because it's already too small of a pot. Excuse me. But now I know that it loves the space in here, and it blooms beautiful. Look at this little yellow monkey here. I've shown it before, and I wanted to know why this twisted. And I think it's due to feeding. Because I've noticed that sometimes if I feed heavily, which I haven't been feeding heavily, that's what's weird. Oh, by the way, that's oh, there goes the light. I knew it was going to go any minute now. A red sun queen, and I got this from Miss Pam over at Orchids In Bloom. And then this one I got from Crow Smith. And I love when it blooms. Oops, what was that? I love multiple blooms on this because it shows you different colors. Like this one has more. I hate when the light goes because it doesn't really show the colors as well. And then the little clicky lens of iPhone. But it is a beautiful flower with a great fragrance. So if you guys want something that is very unique in a fowl, this is a really good one over at Crowsmith because it shows you all these different colors. Too bad it's just one. When I get like several flowers, I really like it. It has diversity tones. Now this little monkey is a Bellina who's always in bloom. Look at that, what a cute flower with a great fragrance. It smells like cardamom and vanilla. It's just delicious. You want to eat this. It's a fire shape, and it's just one of my top favorite. I have 4 of these, and next to it is the Tejas Giant from Carl Smith. Oh, there we go. It came back. What a pretty flower. Look at that. And this is one of my very first novelty fowls that I'm surprised that, because I made a tag for this. But anyways, it's a Tejas Giant. I'll put the name underneath. And it is a Gigantea leaf, which what I'm doing now, that's why you see the pot underneath. This is what I'm doing to Gigantea leaves now. I'm hanging them because I feel it's the best way to showcase. The leaves are just as beautiful as the flowers. And it's a great way to showcase it instead of the leaves lying on top of the table. All right. Let's turn this off to now. Oh wait, this only has 2 flowers, but it's so cute. It's such a beautiful, beautiful novelty fowl from Carl Smith. Hold on, because it starts spinning and there we go. It's just really, really pretty. It is really pretty. That's a nice caption right there. This fan feels good. It's kind of warm today. Now, my poor tent didn't fare too well in the hurricane, so please don't look at it. It's just here for now till we decide what we're going to do with this area. But for now, look at this. This is an oculata. Hoya oculata. Here, hold on. Showing me the wrong side. Oh, here comes Lewis. Somebody asked me, when is Lewis going to show up more on film? And I go, he's like Sasquatch. There's sightings in the background. See? There's a sighting. There's a Lewis sighting. He's behind the trees. Can it be? Can it be? The myth, the legend, the Lewis. Anyway, this flower is just gorgeous because of the color tone is excellent. It's like that mustard yellow that I truly, truly love. And then you add that little tiny center that almost looks like a brownish red. And I'm on board with all this. I love this plant. It's just really pretty. And look how much it's grown, guys. Look at that. He's proud of his work. He's checking it out. All right. Let's go in here. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Now, there's not a lot happening here because this is not the season, which, by the way, I am going, as soon as we're done with the sidewalk thing, the path, I am going to clean this with bleach and water. I use my sprayer and everything turns out crispy white. I've done it before and it just looks beautiful. Even the plants are happier when I do that. Now, this is a Jim Clarkson. I have been showing you this one for a while. It is probably one of my top favorite bulbul philums because it has a beautiful fragrance. I try to figure out what kind of fragrance it has. I don't know. It's just like a floral, soft fragrance. It's very nice. Almost like a gardenia, maybe jasmine, but very, very faint. Look at that, how pretty. This one, Carl Smith. And it is always shooting beautiful flowers. Look at the back of that. Even the back is pretty. I love profiles on flowers. So it's a Jim Clarkson bulbophyllum. These are already dried, but they were so cute. They look like little slippers, like Dutch slippers, but it's already drying out. It has a funny name. Pintingenses. And this one, you guys have already seen in my last What's in Bloom. If you want to see it blooming, go to my last What's in Bloom. It is really stunning. It's such, and these, like I call them tentacles, they get so long. They'll go down to about, the last one, it almost went down to about 12 inches. It was down to here. It's really, really impressive. Oh, nice fan. Now, I wanted to show you this. Look who's gonna start bloom. Well, she's already blooming. It's just starting to open. This is my Medusae. Here's a tag. And it is a bulbophyllum, and each one of those strings is a flower. You know what? I'm going to move this a little bit more because they are very sensitive and you don't want too much wind hitting them because then they'll start drying out. And when you water these, pour the water here. If you water that, you destroy it. So don't water the flowers, only water the base. That's why I have it in a mount, because it's much easier for me to go back here, put it on low, and just go free. It makes a funny noise, but it doesn't wet the flower. It's just starting to open, but I'm glad I was able to capture it for you guys. A very cool looking bulbophyllum. And then this one down here is the stinky one, the one that, oh, it hasn't opened yet, but once it opens, I'll showcase it. I've showcased it several times. It's called, oh my god, I don't have a tag for this, and I'm drawing a blank right. No, I do have a tag, thank god. Because I know this one very well. Oh my god, it's growing. This how much this thing has grown that I personally tagged it, and look, all this grew around it in just a year. Wow, that's how you see. Okay. Wilbur, there's a typo there. It's Wilbur Chang. Smell me not. Oh, that music could not go in my video. Okay, I had to cut that off quickly because they turned on the radio. And I cannot allow music to be played in the background because I get flagged for it. So let's go to this side. I mean, we're done with the flowers anyway. It was perfect timing, actually. I was done with the flowers in there because I want to show you what I ended up buying. Remember, I bought the variegated lemon. It's the variegated pink lemon. Well, it is doing, all this is new. All these, that's why I'm showing you these. These are all brand new leaves. And I bought this massive, beautiful, white, squared pot at Home Depot. And by the way, I did not realize that citrus plants or citrus trees like cacti mix. So if you're gonna use a mix for your citrus, get the cactus mix. It works just as good. And this is supposed to be one of those self-watering things. I don't know how it really works, but the tree likes it very much. And I'm hoping to have lemons next year. And look how pretty that is. I don't know if it's too ambitious of me of wanting lemons next year, but it is a cutting. So I'm hoping that it's a cutting from a tree that has fruited already. I'm sure it probably is. Now, please don't look at my poor bonsais. I need to take care of them. This season has been pretty crazy for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean all that out hopefully this week. My Schomburgkias doing amazing, doing beautiful. They're all starting to spike, ready for next season. Look at that big spike up there. This has two beautiful spikes. I haven't checked this one. This one usually spikes in spring, so it's not gonna have spikes now. Last year it spiked a lot. So anyways, that's what's going on this side. I also have some spikes here on my trees. Several of my vandas, I'm looking inside and there's some little buttons getting ready to come out. And my arachnis also beginning to spike after that big chopping. See, now you guys were asking me, including Miss Melissa Loves Orchids, how do I get my arachnis to spike so much? I'm showing you right now why. Look what's hitting it directly from up there onto the plant. The unfortunate side is you're gonna get yellow leaves, you're gonna get a lot of burnt leaves, but you're gonna get a lot of spikes. I just saw another one here coming out. There's a lot of tiny ones on the inside, but I saw this one that I didn't see yesterday. Here's another one. So see, notice that they're all facing the sun because that's what the flower wants to do. So these that I put here, even though they had a lot of blooms last time, it's because they were up there facing the sun and I moved them back here. So chances are this may not bloom as much as this will. It will bloom, but it won't bloom as much as this side. It'll probably start blooming when the sun starts moving on this direction, and then I'll get blooms on that side. By the way, I've been putting lots of orchids that are being gifted to me, bare rooted. I put them on trees now because they last longer, like this one here from Moats. See, I looked yesterday and I said, oh, there you are, ready to come out. This is a gorgeous purple Vanda, by the way. Probably the prettiest purple Vanda I have. We have another one here. This is JV Josephine Vambrero crossed with a Kolwadi. And why don't I just show you the tag? So that's another gorgeous flower. And then these, I haven't even come here to check on these out. Yes, you guys are probably going to say, why is it so yellow? Unfortunately, the sun, when it moved on this side, I didn't take it into consideration. And so it is yellowing. Now, with that said, when this was gifted to me, it looked like this. But the leaves don't burn. They just turn yellow. Once the sun moves right back to that side, it'll start going back to green. But this is the only spot that this orchid actually enjoys. It really grabbed onto this tree and it gave me blooms last year. It gave me a whole strand. I don't remember the name now, but it was a very beautiful. This has no spikes, but I'm sure it's gonna get ready to spike soon. Oh man, it feels very, very humid today, even though we're already at the end of the year. All right, guys, let's do this unboxing. All right, guys, we are now going to do the unboxing. I had to put on the mic because they are playing music next door. And like I said, I'll get flagged for it. And I don't want to pay somebody else for the music that's being played in the background. It's not cool. Anyways, I need to put my eyes on. So like I said, this is from my friend Farida. She's been a very, very committed follower to my channel. And she's been such a wonderful light and just a good person all around. She has a good heart. And, we talk on occasions, especially when there's a hurricane out in the Caribbean. She is from the Caribbean, so, and she always reaches out to me as well to make sure that we're doing good because we get hit as well. So we have that in common that we share, amongst other things. And she's always very thoughtful, and not just with me. She's like this with a lot of people. I've seen her be like this with Blanca, with Laz. I mean, she's just very, very thoughtful. Anyways, I'm so curious. Here's a box. I know you can't really see it, but here's a box. I see shiny stuff. Cans and things. Oh, how pretty is this? Christmas Merlosis. A biscuit reimagining of a Christmas pudding. A merry medley of fruit, nuts, spice covered in milk chocolate. Oh my God. This is incredible. Look how pretty this can is. Is that not gorgeous? What a pretty, pretty can. This is one of those cans I probably will use again. The only thing is I don't like all this writing in the background, but I'll probably keep it like this. It's very pretty. Thank you, Farida. All that fasting out the door. I was doing fasting for a while, but it's the holidays. There's no way I'm going to do fasting. Wow, this is nice. I didn't see this. I should have opened this first. There's a card. Let me see what it says. To Nelson, I hope it's okay, Farida, that I'm reading this out loud. To Nelson and Lewis from Ken and Farida, God bless. I didn't realize that your husband's name is my bestie's name, Ken. Kens are good people. Oh, what a pretty, pretty card. Oh, you guys got to see this. Hold on. And I think so cool. Farida, this is just so beautiful. So beautiful. I mean, just the card alone would have been like wow factor. The fact that you did this nice little, here we go, gift package for the holidays. My first Christmas gift. I'm leaving the best for last. There's something in there that's gorgeous. I love, oh my God. I want to cry. You just don't know how much I love chocolate. And look what it says, chocolate Brazil nuts. That says it all. I don't need to hear any more. Thank you so much. Oh, I am going to dig into these. And you know where you got, slow your roll. Do you know where I'm going after this? I'm going to do a home visit to Teresita. I spoke to her and I said, we have to do it. We can't wait for next year. It's going to be too long. Anyways, this is beautiful. Look at that. What a beautiful book. You know, my house, when I've shown you guys some tours inside my home, I have a lot of books, especially books like this. I'm a visual person more than a person that likes to read. I'm not big on reading. I like to read, but I get too distracted. So my ADD doesn't allow it. So if it has visuals like this, then I will read it. I have to have both, you know, in order to be really into it. And this is a perfect book. Oh my God. Farida, this is gorgeous. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm seeing. So many aroids, especially some that I have here already. I already passed by a couple that I have, like is that one. And I think let me see. Yep, I have that one. So thank you so much, Farida. This is a beautiful, beautiful book, and it comes with its bookmark, which I love that. But it is just a gorgeous book. I would love that on a shirt. Just the plant. Plantopedia. So now I have my own encyclopedia of aroids, thanks to Farida. I am so, so happy you gave me this. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. A definitive guide to houseplants. This is going to go on my coffee table. I have already 2 on there. I'm going to put this one on top of those because I have books everywhere in my house. If you look, when I've done tours, you'll see them everywhere. I have shelves everywhere. Even our guest bedroom has a whole bookshelf in the back where we just lay books on top, and it's just endless. Plus, people have given us books. When they know that you like books, everybody wants to give you a book. So when they do give you a book and it's this special, I jump for joy because you know when you have a lot, you get jaded. I'm not gonna kid you. You do when you have too many books, you start losing track of what you have. But when you have something like this goes on a coffee table to be loved and admired by many. So thank you, Farida. Can't wait to put it on my coffee table, and I can't wait to dig in these too. So I'm gonna have a party today. It is the holidays, so let's eat away. All right, guys, besides I'm not drinking anymore. I gave up alcohol drinking. If I do have a drink, I have bubbly, which is champagne or Prosecco. I do love Prosecco and sangria and tequila and rum too, and sometimes like michelada. I'm not kidding you, but I'm only having bubbly. I don't know, it's just not sitting well for me, and I don't care for it anymore, to tell you the truth. I just like the bubbly. I always feel like I'm celebrating something when I'm drinking Prosecco. So anyways, let's leave this space right here and let's go into my terrace. I want to show you guys another unboxing of a completely different kind. I videotaped it yesterday, so I'm just going to snap it into this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. That'll be your bonus ending. So for those of you who have stuck around this long, you're going to get a treat. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, Farida, for this beautiful gift box. I'm going to cherish it for many years to come, and I am going to definitely learn a lot from it. And let's see, who else do I need to thank? Just you guys, you know, all in general. You guys are wonderful. You leave great comments. You engage a lot on my channel. I love that. Believe it or not, the engaging on the chat, I found out it actually raises your algorithms as well as watching the channel. So that was great to hear. And I hear a lot of you guys are like, since I haven't been around for a while because this is my season at my business. That's why I said I was very busy. Um, you're repeating other episodes, awaiting the new one. So I so appreciate that you guys do that. If you are doing that, just leave it below. I want to personally thank you because that means a lot. When I watch YouTube videos and there's specific people that I'll watch over, very few. And I know that's a big deal in the YouTube world. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. No more chatty. I will leave you here and I'll hope you stick around to watch the guppies. Tell me what you think about the guppies. I'm so excited about this. Anyways, you've been watching Nature Now. My name is Nelson, in case I forgot to tell you, in case you don't know. Keep it green, guys. I'll leave it at that. Keep it green. I'll see you next time. All right, guys, I got something here that's great. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beautiful guppies, 3 pairs in total. I got it from a location in Indonesia. Discovered them on Facebook, and I'm super excited because this is my first time ordering online. And I got to tell you, I was a little bit skeptic because you got to send money online, and there's horror stories out there. So what I'm going to do today, for the very first time, I'm going to acclimate these fish with you guys. I've never done this overseas, so I'm just going to try to do what I do when I buy fish in pet stores. So honestly, I like to put them already in a container. I know I'm cutting my head off. I like to put them in a container or a small aquarium-like environment because it's easier to acclimate. You could just pour the water in there. The temperature here in this area in the Redlands is constant. Today's about 76, 75, 76. So it'll be the same as the aquarium. So we won't be in any danger. I'll be right back. Let me get a pair of scissors. Voila. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera down. I'm not going to be in the film anymore, and I'll show you how I acclimate them in there. I know it's going to look a little bit weird because this is a bigger container than I wanted to use, but I can't find anything smaller right now. It is Thanksgiving, so I may sound rushed. I didn't know that they were going to get here, and it surprised me. A gentleman sent me a text early in the morning saying, are these your fish? And I'm like, well, I guess the only fish that I ordered. And I'm like, yes, they are. And I'm like, and why do you have them? So he said, I'm the one who receives them. You in the local area, you can come and pick them up. So it was excellent. It was only 40 minutes away. Picked it up. I didn't have to be, waiting for the mailman to get there or anything like that. So, and plus they get here overnight. So they look, so far from what I see, they look really good. So let me turn this around so I can show you guys. All right, so I'm going to cut this out. And by the way, I saw something. The gentleman told me, he goes, check out one of the females because I think she gave birth. I'm going to lay them all out here. These are a male. Now these are very special purple. I think he calls them, oh my God, purple. I'll put it down there. The guy's name who shipped it his name is, well, at least on Facebook, is Hans, H-A-N-Z breeder. Hey, look, how cute is that? Little babies in there. See them? So we're gonna put them last because all that water going in could be a little bit of a, like I said, guys, this is the first time I have ever done this with, actually, no, I'm lying. I forgot years ago when I was breeding betas. I wasn't very successful at it, by the way. I did order from Asia, Singapore. No, not Singapore, Malaysia maybe. And I think I just acclimated them like a regular, like you do a regular fish, or a regular new arrival from a pet store. Here we go. So maybe you can see. They look very good, don't they? I'm very happy with them. And fish don't color up until they're in their environment and settled in. These poor little babies have been traveling in a dark packaging, I'm sure, and for 24 hours. Oh my God, he's going at her already. I see it's going to be that kind of strain where they don't even waste a minute. Yeah, some guppies are like that, man, and platies too. They can't wait. They see a female and they go at it. I mean, that's what they're built for, reproducing. All right, guys, almost done. All right, and now for the babies. The water is yellow because they do put, I don't know the name of that liquid that they put in there to avoid from stress coat maybe. Hey, no eating the babies. I should have thought twice before doing that. I hope they don't eat them. All right. Actually, let me put some food, because they are probably hungry and that's why they're going after the babies. Let me think fast. There we go. There we go. See, guys, it's not the fact that you don't know what you're doing, is the fact that when you don't know what you're doing, you figure it out pretty quick before you have a huge catastrophe. They were going after the babies, but now they're just eating the food. They're not doing anything with the babies. There are some casualties from the babies. I do see a couple dead. I mean, that's a given. There's a couple of here. Let me see it. There we go. I got to be very careful because I'm holding my phone right above this water, and yeah, it's going to take them a little bit to color up. See the babies? I mean, babies are pretty quick. I'm just hoping, I don't know, they just look too big for their mouth, especially the males. But the females can and will eat them if they can get a hold of them. Yeah, it looks like they're chasing them, but they're just, yeah, the babies will be fine. There's a bunch over there. Trying to keep an eye on them. I'm trying to see if they're actually eating them, but it doesn't seem that way. It seems like like they scoot them out and then they just dart out. Yeah, they're not eating them. Yeah. So at least now they have that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to bore you guys with the acclimation. I will be pouring about that much of this aquarium water. This is their new home. I'm sorry, it's daytime, so you see, maybe if I get in front of it, there you go. This is going to be their new home. So they're going to love it in there. So I'll get 100, half a cup of this, 100 cups, half a cup of this, and I'll be pouring it in that jar until this is a full tank. And once it's there, then I move them over to the aquarium. You just have to be patient. Remember, these are coming from another part of the world. I assume they raise in well water. I should have asked them, but I know for a fact that a lot of farms in Asia do use well water. And well water tends to be, by the most part, it tends to be hard. because it goes through rocks. I don't know that about Indonesia, where they come from, but I assume they are hard. I'm actually going to take, well, I don't think it would give me a true reading. I want to take a reading of this water and see, but it probably won't give me a true reading. But either way, just acclimate them very slowly when they come from overseas, because you don't know. I use well water here, straight from the well, and I do have a filtering system that softens it a little bit, because if not, it's too hard. But this to me, it's probably the best way. This is how I do my shrimp. You could also trickle, but what for? For shrimps, I would do trickling, but not this one. All right, see you in the next segment. All right, so this is how much water I've put in so far. Now, after analyzing, this is much larger than what I usually use. And excuse me, I didn't take into consideration how much wider this is. So I'm not gonna fill it all the way up to here. By now, they're acclimated. It's been more than, I would say, 45 minutes since I've been putting half cups in there. And they look very, very well. They don't look stressed out at all. Of course, they will color up once they get into their environment. Oh, is there still a baby in there? No, I don't see. I actually just took all the babies out. Now, it was a little bit of a hassle because I had to take all the grass out, and I had to compete with these little moms that were after them. So I use a turkey baster. That is the fastest way. You just stick it in there, and it'll pick up anything in the bottom. And so when the babies are swimming around, and by the way, this is how you clean those fish nests that you put outside your tank, hanging outside your tank. This is how I clean them. You know, every day, go in there, take all the debris out, because your fry is growing and is very sensitive to any changes. Even though the ones I have, it's water that comes from in the tank and goes right back out to the tank. It's a great little system. But I'm kind of getting a little ahead of myself here. So anyways, you get what I mean. That's the best way to clean your... Here, let me show you. This right here, which by the way I have to clean today. You can have your babies in there, and then you pull this lid out and just clean them out right there. And as I was acclimating, I was setting this one up because this is going to be for these, which was a cross I'm creating. Hopefully I'll get something nice. So they're the babies. They seem to be very comfortable. And there was quite a lot. I pulled out at least 20 to 25 babies, I would say. There's a cluster down here. Of course, they're like little kids at Discovery Zone. During the day, it's hard to focus on this because it's going to try to focus on the reflection instead of the actual... Let's see if I can get it there. You see a couple there. I'll catch it at night once everything is inside. That way you get a better view of it. Because right now you're getting the reflection of, let me see, you can't see it. Let's see, you're getting my reflection. All right, guys, let's wait for nighttime. I'm gonna go have some turkey. I will show you those guppies in this tank later this evening after they have acclimated.